Okay, good morning everyone. Shalom Aleichem, Bruchim Abam. We're continuing Mishna Berura Daf Hashavua. We're learning Siman Ayin Tes. Yesterday we began Sif Beis. Let's see Sif Beis one more time. Haisa b'makom gavaya asar tachim eno chasara. If let's say you're 10 tfachim tall, you're in a high place 10 tfachim tall, or a low place 10 tfachim tall. Aisha haisa b'bayis echad, or you're in a house, one house. The Tzoah is in one house, and you're in another house. So you're in a different realm than the Tzoah. Even if the door is open, and you're sitting on the side, even if you see it, if it doesn't smell, you could say Shema. Since it's in another domain, Karinan Bashaper Vahaya Machanecha Kadosh Laharash. According to the Rush, that the only consideration is Vahaya Machanecha Kadosh, even though you could see it, it's okay. Ava Laharashba, according to the Rashba, Dafka Kishaina Raya Isa. It's only if you don't see it, but if you do see it, then it's going to be a problem because the Rashba learns that La Yira B'cha Ervas Davar is referring to Tzoah as well. That's why we pointed out that if you're davening and there's a bathroom and the door is open and you're facing it, that would be a problem. According to who? According to the Rashba. V'im yesh la reach, if it smells loy mahani hafsaka, then the interruption will help v'loy shino rishos. V'yesh oimrim, some say, d'chihecha da hafsaka ma'elas l'tzoya atzma, some say that just like an interposition helps for the tzoya itself, Hachanami mayelas l'reach rashala. It also helps for the bad smell. So in other words, the mechaber ends that if it smells, a mechitza or a different rishus is not going to help. But some say that just like the mechitza helps for the tzai itself, it will help for the bad smell. Now what does it mean it helps for the bad smell? You still smell it. But it seems like it doesn't matter. It would be okay. We'll have to see why that is. Sivkatan Yud. Haisa. You're on a high place or a low place. V'adin lehepach. Imhu oimen al makom hagavai v'atzuna munach lamata ba'aretz. The same thing would be, you're on a high place and the Tzoah is down below. Let's say you're sleeping on a bed 10 tvachim tov, and under it or before it I made graf shel re'i, you had a toilet bowl, you're on a high place. Now this high place that's 10 tvachim tov, it's not enough that it's high, but you also need it to be what? You need it to be Daled al Daled. V'gam shehu roichav Daled al Daled tfachim. Interesting, the Dirshu brings that the din that has to be Daled al Daled is only by Tzoah, which is Dairaisa, but Legabe Meiraglayim, which is only Midrabanan, even if it's not Daled al Daled. Fine. But the Yevid by itself, it's not Da'ar Adav, Gamkin in Tzach Lachso Spalel, you don't have to go back and daven rak b'tars nadava. Kiyesh pluk das achroinim, there is a machlokes achroinim, namely the Bach and the Taz. The Bach holds it has to be 4x4. By the way, if you want to join us, we're going to be visiting the Bach in 2 weeks. You could come with us to Krakow for Shabbos. From Eretz Yisrael, you should come for Shabbos, just to see the Bach. Okay. Anyway, I just thought I would point that out. Sivkatan Yud Beis. Let's say you're in one house and the Tzoah is in another house. Purest b'cheder acher, another room. By the way, you know the Rashba famously says that legabe negovasser, your whole house is like Dalet Amos. Many people rely on these words. The whole bias is like Dalet Amos. Bias refers to the whole room. In other words, if you had a sink in your room and it's more than 4 amos away from your bed, that's the heter of kol habayis is kedalet amos. But here's another instance where we say a different house, it means a different room. Fine. And even if the door is open and you're sitting on the side. Perush, Eitzal Makam HaPesach. by the doorway. Ve'ein chilek bein yesh sham dalas oila. It doesn't matter if there's a door or not. The fact that there's a doorway, it creates a separation. Now, what exactly is the hefsek? It seems the hefsek it's a different room. So even though there's an open doorway, it's a different room. Well, what would the halacha then be if, let's say, you're out in a field and you make a tzuras ha-pesach between you and the tzoah? Is that going to do anything? Meaning, is the lumdus here that the tzuras ha-pesach is a hefsek or not b'chlal? It has nothing to do with it. It's despite the fact that it's open. It's not because there's a tzuras ha-pesach. It's despite the tzuras ha-pesach. So the Dirshu brings from Yosef Chaim Sonnenfeld that yitachein, it doesn't help. I don't understand yitachein. He brings from the Eretz Tzvi, the Kuzhaglover, that Tzuras HaPesach has a halachic status of a mechitza, but could be not for this. If you stick your head into the room that has soya, even though you say, what do you mean? There's a hefsek. The fact that my head is in the same room, but it should be treated like I'm in another room because it's nimshach acharoiv gufay. No. It's also even if you close your eyes. Let's say the soya and the person's in the house. It's still asur to read. We throw the head after the majority of him. Now that's the pashtus. The head is treated by the roiv haguf. It's just that if you stick your head into the room of tzoah, it seems like it's not proper to say Shema. Is that a din d'oraisa or is that just like it's covered? Chazon Ish points out that according to Rav Huna, that darshans from Kol HaNeshama to Halal, that the Evarei Neshima are Mehalel. L'chayra, it is totally on the Rosh. Okay. Now, the Pri Megadim brings another factor. We saw in Siman Ayin Vav, I forgot about this, that there's a shita in Sif Daled. Who remembers this? That if there's soya al besarai mechusa bebegadav, oisha hichnas yadav esakise darachor ve'inu meriach reach ra yesh matirim v'yesh oisrim. The yesh matirim is that all we care about is the peh and the choitem are bechlal lehilol. We don't care about shar evarim. Remember this? Afilu einam nekiyim shari. V'hayesh oimrim tamam kol atzmoi soy tar marna be'inan shiu kulam nekiyim. It's asur. So according to that Yesh Oisrim in Siman Ayin Vav Siv Daled, then we don't need any of these reasons. The head is drawn after the rest of the body. There's a shita. All the Eivarim need to be Naki Minat Saya. Remember that? Well, now you remember it, right? Siman Ayin Vav Siv Daled. There's a Yesh Oimrim, right? It's like Begeder, the Gemara says, when they remind you, you remember. You just have to see it again. When there's a din that you have to be Naki Minat Soya, is it Kol HaNeshama? Is it the Evarei, a Neshima have to be Naki Minat Soya? Or is it Kol Atzmaisai Taimarna Hashem Michamecha? Okay. Sif Yudalad. According to the Rashba, it's a problem even though you're in a different room. What's the logic of the Rashba? Taimai. The Svirole, the Rashba holds, Dekra, the Layira, Koi, Gamkena, Isser Tzoya. The Rashba holds the Isser of Layira, B'cha'er V'astavra is going on Tzoya as well. Ha'omor B'tchilas HaMikra. Vim hu Raya, Oisa, Derech Haloin, Shel Zachuchis, L'kulei Alma Shari, K'la'el B'reish Siman Ayin Vav Ayin Sham. If you see it through a glass, everyone says it's okay. Now, why would that be? Why would that be according to the Rashba? Who remembers this? That's because it's covered. Mandigat, right? It's covered. The definition of by Tzoah, it says the way to rectify seeing it is covering it. So even if the cover still allows you to see it, it's still covered. That's the lamdas. Because by Tzoah, it says v'chisisa. It's not going to help for an erva. If you're looking at a window and there's an erva, the window is not going to help you for the erva. It ain't going to help you. You may be able to close your eyes, but if your eyes are open, it won't help for erva. But it will help for Tzoah even if your eyes are open. Okay, that's Siman Ayin Vav Sif Aleph. What if stam you close your eyes, or it's the night? Now again, this is talking about it's in a different rishus. Because if it's in the same rishus, you still got a problem of Hayamachanech HaKadosh. So it's talking about next room. And you could see it according to the Rashba. So as it can help to close your eyes. So Yeshayim the Shayb is Kuliyama, Kivan the Rishus Acher. Some say it's going to help according to everyone since you're in another domain. V'yesh oisrin, some aser. Uv'shas adchak she'ini yachal lahachser panav. Shas adchak that you can't turn around. Yesh lismach al dasa mekilin. You can rely on the lenient opinion. Ulam she'ini yachal liray satzeh machmas gavay amkai. If the reason you can't see it is because it's too high or too deep, l'kuliyama sharb is that everyone would say it's okay. Raya oisai. That if you see it, where you don't dafka b'sheina roya oisev l'chein asur ledaber divrei kedusha. Therefore, you're not allowed to speak words of kedusha. V'umistakel derech chaloim pasuach, and you're looking at through an open window. Roya ha'ashpasais. If you see the sewers, now finally the Mishna Berura says that the rin shtakin are the ashpasais, the public sewers, shabar chayvais. So in other words, you're looking at the window at the sewage flowing, it's a problem. Again, if the window is open. Let's say you're davening and you open up the shade and look at, you know who's looking you in the eye. There's a chazir. It could happen. Even though you don't smell it. You have to be careful at the time of Kish Levana through an open window. Al gunkis. What's a gunkis? It sounds dirty. What's a gunkis? Is a porch? I don't know. You need to at least close your eyes. And then if the reach ra doesn't reach you, it's mutter. Okay. Let's say you have a garbage. You don't know if it's a garbage. Mutter. Why? Listen to this. Maybe the halacha is like the rush, that as long as it's in a different area, it's okay. And even according to the Rashba, it might not be an ashba. Now, do we say svek sveika on a dairaisa just like that? You just say like that, svek sveika? To have a svek sveika, shema halacha karash. That's a chidush naira. Just to svek sveika away. It's better to keep your eyes closed. V'ayim bebir halacha. Which bir halacha? Oisa. He says, look in the Mishna Berura that I say that if you close your eyes and you're not sure if it's a garbage, it's going to help. Why? There's no issue of Machanech HaKadosh and you can't see it. Frak the Pri Megadim. We said earlier in Siman Ayin Hey that by Isser Erva, even if you're Oitzem Einav, there's a problem of Lo Yirbacha. So why does it help to close your eyes? Why does it help to close your eyes? But by erva, it doesn't help to close your eyes. Over here, you're in a different rishus. I thought it's because you're in a different rishus. You're in a different domain here. It's talking about through an open doorway. So you say, but by an open doorway, it's not going to help by erva. So why are we more lenient here? He says, but according to the Pri Megadim, even by erva itself, you could close your eyes if it's in a rishus acheres. That's why you could be mekel. And b'chlal, many go like the Rush, and it's a svek sveika. Now, what if you're davening and a pig walks by? I would say you should try to find a different shul. That you for sure could be mekel when you close your eyes, because you could also bring the shita of the Bach that soya oiveres. It's enough to have dalet amos af lefanav. Kol shekain b'rishus acher. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow, Rabbi Say. Have a great day. Okay, Kol Tov.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
I was thinking this dancing on the